well. If you love like the methodology that we talk about here, if you love the principles, that might mean that this program is something interesting for you. I find that it's often the people that don't picture themselves as a teacher trainer that really love this program. So even if you're like, oh, that'll never be me, like maybe you're not thinking that, that might be a hint to take a deeper look at it, just as a heads up. Okay, let's get moving this morning. Take child's pose. Knees out wide, fingertips up to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out on your exhale. 2 more times. Breathe in. Big breath out. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. On your next breath in, come to downward facing dog. Now let's start to match our movement and our breath here. On your inhale, come up high on your tippy toes. Exhale, roll out to a high plank. This is one of my favorites. On your breath in, use your belly muscles, pull back to downward facing dog. Exhale, roll to a high plank. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, slowly roll to your high plank. Take downward facing dog. That's it. Bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Get comfortable on your mat. I know it's early. That means listening to your body extra. It has more to say right now. Walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Halfway lift, big inhale. Forward fold on your exhale. Hang in ragdoll. Put the attention on the pit of your belly, hugging up and in to create that C-shaped spine that you're looking for here. Press your heels down into the mat. Breathe in as you roll up to standing. Reach the whole way up, fingertips to the ceiling. On your exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll start class, as always, with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, half lift. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog on your exhale. 2 breaths here, in and out. One more time, breathe in, high on your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float, feet to mat. Halfway lift, inhale, fold. Extended mountain as you breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Exhale as you lower. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog on your breath out. 2 breaths now. Widen your feet and widen your hands. That's it. Good adjustments. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep your feet wide, feet to hands. Oh, nice job, Mary Beth. Halfway lift, forward fold. I know it's odd. Extended mountain, feet wide, hands wide. Forward fold. This one's tricky. Halfway lift, keeping your feet wide, chaturanga. That's it. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Down dog, exhale. 2 breaths. Explore the foundation of your pose here. Press down through your pointer finger. Press down through the knuckle of your big toe, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, up and back. Fold. Halfway lift, hands wide. Chaturanga, keep them wide. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog on your exhale. 2 breaths here. One more time. In and out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain. Last one. Fold. Halfway lift, feet wide, hands wide, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Good job, Zoe. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Explore your practice. One more time. In and out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, low belly up and in, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Breathe in as you step. Breathe out, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Eyes to the ceiling as you reach up. Hands to the mat. Upward facing dog, into downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Maybe a sigh to let some of that energy go before we move to our next pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, shoulders back, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog, right side, warrior one. Wait for the pause in the pose. Let it land. Chaturanga, flow to the other side. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Wait for it. Hands to the mat. Up dog and into down dog. Here, Kim, these are yoga jellies. Sit them right underneath your palms. So what you're going to do is fingertips out over the edge of them. There, it might help support your wrists a little bit more. There are tons of little tricks here for this practice, little props to help. Take a breath in, everyone. High on your tiptoes. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, deep in your feet, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. There's a pause at the bottom of this pose. Wait for it. Then inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. As low as you can get at the lunge. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Drishti up between your fingertips. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. Into downward facing dog. That's it. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Sigh on your exhale. That's it. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Lift all 10 toes up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog when you breathe in. Down dog, exhale. Right side, warrior one. That's it, Jessica. Careful of your buddy there. Chaturanga. We'll move to the next side. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Spread your fingertips as you reach. Exhale, hands back down to the mat. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Little bit of softness in your knees, gentle drishti. You're looking to one point, not staring at it like you want to light it on fire. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, drishti. Fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Low belly up and in. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Press through your big toe. Chaturanga. Good stuff, Missy. Upward facing dog, into down dog, left side, warrior one. This is it. Last one. Inhale. Blow all the air out. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog and into down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. Sigh the air out. Reach your right leg up into the air. That's it. Flex your top foot, Jordan. Now press out through that heel. Yeah, you've got lots of space there in your legs. So really as long as you can from your fingertips all the way back into this foot. Now bend your top knee. So bring your heel over to your bum. Open up your hip. That's it. So here, press this right pinky finger down into the mat. Now as you lift up and out through your knee, see if you can't find a stretch that moves from your right hand all the way up into your knee. All right, are you guys ready for flip dog? All right, bring it over, flip dog. Listen, some people really love three-legged dog there. Press through both heels, lift through your hips. I feel like you've somehow trapped me in that pose by accident, so stay here for one more breath. Inhale, over high plank, into side plank. Now, we're going to do something fun with this side plank. Your bottom foot, this guy, whether or not you're stepping down with your top knee or not, inhale, bottom knee up into your chest. Exhale, straighten the foot out. Inhale, bottom knee up into your chest. Exhale, straighten. One more time. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, palms down to the mat. There's this thing in your body called your psoas. Chaturanga. You guys are good. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Down dog on your exhale. I love the face that Kim is giving me right now. She's like, if you thought I was trying that this morning, you're crazy. That's okay. Bring your left leg up into the air. I know. You gave me the crazy look, but you still were like, you know what? We're going to try it anyways. Heel to bum. Open up your hip. Get all that length. That's it, Missy. That looks like such a good stretch this morning. Bring it over, flip dog. Now, flip dog is my favorite pose to hold my breath in. I don't know what it is. Keep it moving here. It takes a conscious effort to continue the inhale straight to exhale. 2 more breaths. Yeah, you can stay for it. They're quick breaths. Last one. Over high plank and into side plank. So we're going to strengthen the psoas, your side muscles. Bring your bottom leg just out in front of you. Lift your heel off the mat. On your inhale, pull your knee up into your chest. Exhale, press through your heel. 2 more times. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, press. 1 more time. Inhale, knee. Exhale, press. Hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into down dog. Take your breath in. Sigh it out. Right side crescent lunge. Now, we've been doing these in my class for a few weeks now, I think. Interlace your fingers right behind your back. It's so good. As you press your fingertips down, feel your shoulders pull back towards your spine. Lift your drishti up to the ceiling. You definitely want to go for the look up here. Get 1 inch lower into the lunge. Yeah, you've got it. The deeper down you go in this lunge, the bigger the look up and back. Yeah, Mary Beth, you got a lot of flexibility in that upper back there, honey. Keep pressing down through your fingertips. Good job. See if you've got one more inch lower into the lunge. On your inhale, bring your hands into heart center. You got to straighten out, tilt forwards, then twist. This doesn't work when you go straight from the back bend into the twist, so you always have to tilt forwards first. Open up your arms. Breathe. Let the Ujjayi breath continue to flow here. I know sometimes it's hard. Each exhale is the opportunity to wring all the air out, twist deeper into the pose. 2 more breaths here. You can do it, I promise. Last one, in and out. Breathe in, rise up. Warrior 2. That's it. Drishti over your front fingertips. Now, I said in a different pose that your drishti's soft, like it's a soft gaze. Here in this pose, you're allowed to look at whatever it is, like you're lighting it on fire. No judgments. Sometimes it feels like that. See if you can get 1 inch lower into the front lunge, extended side angle. This is like the best of all the stretches, in my opinion. That's it. Jordan, I think you've got like 2 more inches to get lower there in that lunge. That's it. See, now really stretch through those top fingertips. You too, Zoe, like you're giving me a high five up here. See if you can go 2 inches lower in the lunge. Yes, that's it. Hands to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. Down dog on your exhale. Left side crescent lunge. Don't worry. Sometimes it's better if you just go straight into the pose. Now, get longer with your feet. Bring your front foot out 2 more inches. Now interlace your fingertips. You have to have a long stance to make the back bend work here. Press your fingertips down, eyes up to the ceiling. Now breathe. Your low belly is doing all the support for your upper back and this whole back bend here. See if you've got 1 more inch to come down in the lunge. That's it, Jessica and Nanette too at home. See if you got some more space there to get low. 1 more inch. Okay, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to counter tilt. Reach forwards through the crown of your head. Now twist left. Yeah, you have to get all the space in your spine here. Press through your back foot. Back leg makes all the difference here. See if when you light up that back leg, hugging skin to muscle to bone, if you can't pick this right hip up just a little bit right here, that's it. Really putting the attention on lifting through your right hip. 1 more time with an inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, rise up, crescent lunge into warrior 2. Nice job. Eyes over your front fingertips. Low in this lunge. I recently got some feedback that I need to leave people in poses longer. And unfortunately, that means this pose too. I know, it's my least favorite as well. It's okay. Come back down here, 1 more inch. You know I have to say it before we go. Extended side angle. Nice job. Get low in the lunge here. Now, Kim, like you're going to give me a high five. Reach your hand up and forwards. Oh, yeah. See, so once you get there, see if you got 1 more inch lower here. Press through the skinny edge of your back foot. Reach through your top fingertips. Yes, you've got this. Mary Beth, you know what I'm about to say. 1 inch lower in your front leg for this last breath. Exhale, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Down dog, let it go. Take a sigh when you're here. Inhale, full exhale. 1 more, breathe in. Blow all the air out. Now feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. First one, we're not going to do any twisting here. So just set it up. Chair pose how you want to. Hug your low belly up and in. Hug your front ribs into center. Look to tuck your tailbone underneath of yourself just a little bit. Yeah, you've got this. See if you can sit 2 inches lower. Nice job. Extend your fingertips, spread them wide out in front of you. One more breath. You have this. Fold. Feet to the edges of your mat. Yeah, you can remove your blocks. Wrap your pointer fingers around your big toes and let your head drop down. Focus on your exhales here, making them long, slow, and deliberate. Usually this is a spot where I'm like, oh yeah, Ujjayi breath, what is she? I have never met her. We do not know each other. So if you've lost your Ujjayi breath, start to look for the 4 parts. Usually what gets shoved out the window is your exhales and then the pauses in your breath. So start to look for those again. Make your exhales just as long as your inhales. For me, my Ujjayi breath always sounds like this. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause on 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause on 5. Just keep this cycle going. Take one more breath. Really careful about your Ujjayi breath with the pauses. On your inhale, come back chair pose. That's it. Bring your blocks this time. If you don't have one, that's all right. At home, anything approximately block shaped will work, or something that you can squeeze into. A water bottle always works here. So blocks between your thighs. I love this for twisting. Now sit down. As you sit, you really want to hug your knees into the block. This is a hug into center line. Now, why I do the twists with the blocks is so that your knees stay level. Take a look at them right here while you're in chair pose. Both knees are level. One is not scooting out in front of the other one. So that's the trick we're looking for in the twists. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Keep the hug into the block. That's it, Jordan. So you're pressing this kneecap backwards. Good. By pressing through your hip. That's it. Missy's got even knees over here. Good stuff, girlfriend. Nice job. See if you can sit 1 inch lower. Come up high with your heart. Stay for a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Hands to heart center. Twist to the left. I know we're going to do both sides here. See if you can't keep your right knee pulling back. That's it. Wait into your right heel, Zoe, so that you're really paying attention to your hips. See if you can sit low, heart high. Last breath here. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Nice job. Jessica, after a good bird of paradise, I love to shake my legs out, by the way. Can be super helpful there. Nice job. A+. Let your head hang down, especially if your head's forgotten, your neck has forgotten how to release some of that tension. You can always shake it yes or no. By the way, I find that everybody has a preference. So if you're like, yeah, I'm only a yes person, cool. You don't have to do the no. Somebody was telling me the other day, they were like, I have such a hard time shaking my head no. I don't know why we have to do it. You don't have to do it, actually, is the answer. Find your Ujjayi breath. Crow pose. The alternative here is getting upside down in a headstand or handstand. Goddess squats also work. What you want to focus on in crow pose is bending those elbows so that you have the shelf to stack your knees on. Hug up and in for 5. That's it. Mary Beth, shoulders back. 4, good adjustment. 3, 2, 1. Press back, chaturanga. Nicely done, everyone. Up dog into downward facing dog. Take your breath in. Exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Right side eagle. Right arm under, right leg over. This is going to be a warm-up round, so just boop into the pose. Yeah, I think boop is a really appropriate word for getting into eagle, just like that. Swap sides. I don't love this first round of eagle pose. Left arm under, left leg over. It's like the trial round. All I want you to do is get into the pose, check out how your body feels. Cool, you found it. Right side eagle. Now, this is the one where you're going to hold a little bit longer. So you know how your body feels. Now let's really take some adjustments in the pose. Start with your feet. Press down through the ball mounds of your big toes. So like the knuckle, the meaty part, that's pressing into the mat. Flex your feet, including the raised one. Hug your thighs together. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. You've got it. Heel into the mat. Ball mound of your big toe down. Pull your shoulders backwards. That's a good adjustment there, Missy. See if you can pull your shoulders back 2 more inches so they're really stacked on top of your hips. That's it. Nice job. Stay for 1 more breath, everyone. Come to standing. Shake it out. I always like to do that between poses here. It feels good. Let's go for right side standing leg raise. Now, what I want you to know here about standing leg raise, and really all of these next 3 poses, is that it's about your core. So bring your knee out to the right. Your belly is actually doing the hugging motion to make this happen. Eyes over your left shoulder. That's it. Use your belly muscles. Pull your knee back to center. Take your hand off of it, then press back for airplane. Low belly is hugging up and in here. Front ribs hug into center line. Now press through your heel. That's it. Press until you feel the backside of your thigh, your hamstring work. Hug your ribs together. Take half moon. This is the hardest of all the ab work. This turn into half moon right here. That's it. See if you can lift your back foot 2 inches higher. Nice job. Stay for 1 more breath. Steady yourself. And on your exhale, bring your feet to the ground. Hang in forward fold. Now the trick in the fold is to rock right to left. On your next breath, press your heels into the mat. Inhale, roll to stand. We're going to take left side standing leg raise. This time, you're not going to grab the front side of your knee. What you'll do instead, I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera here, is I want you to place your top hand on top of your knee. These 2 things are actually going to do some counter work. So your palm presses down into your knee, and then you're hugging your knee back up into your palm. When you do this, you're going to feel your belly turn on, and that's good stuff. Bring your leg out to the left. Keep the press down. It might be a little bit lighter here. Eyes over your right shoulder. Active with your belly. Keep the press as eyes and hands come back to center line. Now, press back airplane. That's it. Good stuff. Go for length over height in the pose. From the crown of your head, press towards the front of your mat. Flex your back foot and then stamp your heel backwards like you're gonna kick the wall behind you. Keep this length. The press through both sides. Half moon, nice and slow here. That's it, good stuff. Stay for 3 breaths. See if you can't kick your top heel up a little bit higher. Spread your fingers on your top hand. 1 more breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, feet down, hang. See, equanimity is all about core work, whether you're doing it modified, lying down on your mat, or standing. All about your belly muscles working to create the balance necessary for these poses. Right side dancer. We're only going to do 1 set of dancer today. Right hand back. Left hand reaches forwards. Now, the belly work that you're looking for in dancer is the work of connecting your left palm all the way across your body to your right knee. Yeah, there's a whole line of stretch that you can feel. If you've really got the press out happening, your low belly has to hug up and in here. Don't let it hang to support the pose, support your low back. Swap sides. That's it. Good stuff. Left side. By the way, when I see you fall out of a pose, immediately what goes on in my mind is, oop, they found the edge, and then we fall over the edge. That's okay. Press to the edge of the pose, where you think you just might fall over, but you also just might hold on for 1 more breath. See how long you can get here. Press to the edge for your last breath. Feet down. See? Sometimes falling happens, and that's okay. Come to tree pose on your right side. Foot either above or below your knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Focus on your Ujjayi breath. Do the 5 counts. 4 for your inhale. 5 is the pause. 4 for your exhale. 5 is the pause at the bottom. On your next breath, swap sides. Search for the edge of the pose. Sometimes it's really easy to find. You're like, oh yeah, if I do anything a little bit different here, I'm gonna fall out. Okay. But press right up against the edge. See how deeply you can press down through the ball mound of your standing foot. Reach up high through the crown of your head, through your fingertips. Last breath. On your exhale, bring your feet down. Take extended mountain, breathe in. Fold, blow all the air out. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, in. Down dog, out. Take right side triangle. That's it. Your bottom hand can go either to a block, your shin, or the mat just behind your ankle. Actively press through your feet, like you're trying to draw the mat together, like you're trying to scooch your feet together. All that activation in your legs is what's going to provide the support to create a really strong foundation here. On your next breath in, rise to stand. Take side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Just as a heads up, we're only going to do 1 set of these guys. So get what you want to out of your fold today. Whether that's walking your hands out in front of you and taking a long spine stretch here, going side to side in your ninja lunges, upside downs are also an option here, whatever is going to feel best in your practice. Use your breath to get deeper into the pose. Look for the edge. All right, one more breath. If you're ninja lunges, even out your sides. And then on your inhale, walk both feet to the head, both hands to the front of your mat. We're going to do half splits today, or full splits, of course, if you'd prefer those. Blocks are an essential tool in this pose. You can technically do it without them, but it's so much better with. So right leg out in front foot is flexed. The most important piece of this pose is flexing your front foot and pressing your right hip crease backwards. This is going to create all the length up the back side of your front leg. That's it. Zoe, you can even bring this heel out a few inches forwards there. Then as you press back through your right hip, see how much more length you can create. Whether or not you're somebody who can work into a fuller split where you're bringing your heel out in front of you more, this is always a good stretch. For my friends who are dying to know if they can get a little bit deeper in the split, press your heel forwards. See if you've got 1 more inch. That's it. All right, check it out one more time. Can you get 1 inch deeper, 1 centimeter deeper? I know, Mary Beth, I see you. Don't worry. Listen, if anybody ever gets stuck in a split, which you really can't do, I am here to support. I will somehow get you back out of it, okay? I pinky swear promise. On your next breath, let's move out of the split. Rock onto your right hip, or however you want to dismount, get out of here. Go through downward facing dog. I know it's not the easiest pose to get out of. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale, left side triangle. That's it. 3 points of foundation here. Make it so that your heel stays in your back foot exactly where it is. Lift all 5 toes up on that foot, or however many toes you have back there. Now, however you want to do it, face your toes in towards your head just a little bit. That's it. Oh, sorry, right toes on the back foot. That's it. Nice job. So when you rotate that foot inwards, what you're doing is moving it from an open hip stance where your hips kind of like facing open towards the back of your mat, and instead closing that hip by bringing your toes up and forwards. That's it. Mary Beth, see if you've got a little bit more space here to bring these toes up. Yeah, so your heel, that's it, just like that. You've got it. Press through your top fingertips. Let's go for left side half split. I told you we weren't going to get both sides on side facing wide-legged forward fold. So come down to your knees. Now everyone scooch forwards. Your front heel is going to be off the end of your mat. Now for all my friends with something like a t-shirt, a towel near you, tuck that underneath your front heel. For Zoe and Missy, I'm coming with towels for you too. See, you thought you were like, oh yeah, no towels in this class, but I got you. They're already in here. So the towel, of course, allows you to slide further into the split, but we're also going to use it to make sure that you've got the press backwards through your heel, or sorry, through your hip. So I'm going to use the bottom end of my pants because I've got extra fabric here. But as you're pressing forwards through your heel, the slide is going to allow you to press down and out through this hip. Now, since you already have a slidey tool in place, see if you can slide forwards 1 more inch. That's it. Keeping your weight right over center. See if you've got 1 more inch. I know. You're getting to a dangerous spot where you're like, I don't know if we really have 1 more inch here. See, try it out. If you don't have 2 blocks, by the way, in the studio, I'm coming with you just because they're a little bit extra handy. I see I've got 1 more for you. Zoe, don't worry. Jordan, don't worry. Second block just provides a little bit more support. Now I'm going to tell you, I was joking that you would slide into this split and not be able to get out. But I promise, in all my years of doing this, and I did not start this flexible, I have never gotten into a split that I couldn't get back out of. And trust me, I used to be a super competitive horseback rider. This split used to look like this for me and unable to touch the ground. I promise you won't slide somewhere that's so deep that you get stuck like a cartoon character. Check it out. Flex this front foot. 1 more breath. See where the edge is. Okay, be done. Get out however you want to. Go to down dog and then shake your legs out. Sometimes I like to lift 1 leg up into the air like a 3-legged dog. Check it out on both sides. You've made new space here. See the new space. Roll out to your high plank. That's it. The whole way out. Hands wide on the mat. Then lower the whole way down to the floor. I know we don't often do hands wide. Let's take locust pose, round 1. Palms out wide, press down, lift up, locust pose. For 5, 4, 3, press through your heels, 2, 1, come back down. Tuck your knees side to side if you like. Second set, locust pose, hands out wide. Let's go, press through your heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down onto the mat. Knees side to side. Floor bow. Hands back to your outer ankles. Some people apparently can do inner ankles for this. That is not my thing, but if it's your thing, go for it. Press back, lift up. See, I just don't get how you do that, Jordan. My elbows don't work like that. 5, flex your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1, back down. Kelly, one of my other students, does a crazy thing where she also crosses her hands in the back. So not only is she grabbing the inside of her ankles, her arms are also crossed. I think it looks cool. I cannot physically figure out how to do it. Are you ready? Set. See, it's hard. Go. Press down, lift up. All right, Jordan's got this. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, Zoe, that's my face. 1, everybody back down. Zoe looks horrified, and that's how I feel when I do this. I know. Listen, I think maybe you guys have more flexibility in your elbows or something. I don't know. Take upward facing dog. Jessica and Nanette, I'm going to assume that you look horrified as well. It would make me feel good. Bring your knees down and we'll do camel. All right. Knees hug into center line. Hands where your back pockets would be. Center of your chest presses straight up to the ceiling. Focus on the front of your body doing the work here. This is like a preamble for some of the back bends that you know are coming. Get the front of your body active. Hug into center line. Stay for 3 more breaths here. You can do anything for 3 breaths. Now 2 breaths. Last one, stay for the inhale. Stay for your exhale. Breathe in, roll up. Take a child's pose. Sometimes that can feel nice here. Knees wide, fingertips up to the head of your mat. Deep breath in. Full exhale. One more time. In and out. Roll onto your spine for bridge pose. So you can come the whole way up, the whole way back, bridge. Now the front of your body here is going to do the support action. Press your feet down into the mat. Both feet face 12 o'clock right out in front of you. Front of your body has to be active here. Hug in through your thighs. Low belly supports your low back here. So low belly up and in. Front of your pelvis tilts up. Tailbone presses down. All right, onto the mat. See, we do 2 sets of these. So now knock your knees side to side. Come back for a second set. Press down, lift up. This set is the foundation set. Shoulders tucked underneath of you. Heels press into your mat. Lift your toes up. Press down through the ball mound of your big toe, the meaty knuckle part. Now come back down. Okay. You're ready for some back bending. 3 poses. You get to choose stay in bridge or move to wheel. Press down, lift up, inhale and go. I like to surprise myself with it. 5, 4, I swear it's better. 3, 2, 1, exhale, tuck your chin. Now don't think about it. Just take an inhale, blow all the air out, press, lift, back up, bridge or wheel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin back down. See, 1 nice breath on the mat. That's it. Press, lift, move. Inhale. Last one, round 3. 5, 4. You've got it. 3, 2. Last breath. Come back down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Yep, my body does not love wheel, but it's much more appreciative of wheel if I stop thinking about the pose and instead do the pose. I know. It is as easy as it sounds. Happy baby. Rock right to left and left to right. Bring both feet up to 90 degrees. Your hands can either go to the sides of your mat or tuck them right underneath of your bum in a little like diamond shape. Whatever works best for you here. Flex your feet. On your exhale, lower 30 degrees. Exhale, lower to halfway down towards the mat. On your next exhale, lower your feet to hover. Look at your toes. Flutter kicks for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to 90. Inhale. Exhale, down 30. Exhale, down another 30. Exhale to hover. Look at your toes. Swimmer's legs. Bigger kicks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 90. Exhale, 30. Exhale, 30. Exhale to hover. Look at your toes. Now pendulum swing them back and forth. This is hard. 5, 4, 3. Good job. Kick the block. 2, 1. Inhale back up. 90. All right. Knees into your chest. That's it. Rock head to toe 3 times. All the way back, all the way forwards. Come to a seated position. Now these are the best. Bring your block, a water bottle, a dog, other items, all work here. Now these are easy, fingertips tented, Not actually, I'm kidding. Now with your leg, all I want you to do is pick it up, plop it on the other side of this item. Inhale up and over. We're just tapping it back and forth for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back. I know these are really hard. They're your hip flexors, by the way. The thing that feels like it's on fire, that's a hip flexor. Let's do the left side. Now I'm going to count faster, okay? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Knees into your chest. Those things that feel terrible right now, that's a hip flexor. Tuck your arms around your knees. So the whole point of boat pose is to get those to turn off. When they turn off, your low ab muscles can actually do the work of this pose. Come up high on your tippy toes. This is going to sit you backwards on your sits bones a little bit more. That's good stuff. Inhale, pick one knee up. I like to hug with my elbows here, by the way. And then pick your other knee up. This might be enough for you. As soon as you feel your hip flexors turn back on, take it down to the last step you were on. So it can start here. And maybe you're like, okay, Ruby, my hip flexors are still not on. I'm doing a pretty good job. If that's true, lighten your elbows and see if you can take your hands out to the side. Now my hip flexors immediately back on, so I catch the backs of my knees, turn them back off, and use my low belly to do the hugging here. However it works for you, feet flexed for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Rock head to toe. The whole way back and then up all the way forwards. We're going to do a modified version of half pigeon today so that you get to look at this pose in a slightly different direction. Take your block. I know I have a water bottle. Bring it to the outside of your left leg. Your right leg crosses over top of your thigh. Sit the edge of your foot on your item. A block, again, is what's best. So we flip your block the other direction. So it's up 1 inch higher. That's it. Good stuff. Nicely done. From here, you can take your Barbie C-shaped hand, Lego hand, stick it in this right hip crease. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And then see if you can't fold forwards a little bit. This is half pigeon, just done seated instead of from downward facing dog or rolled on your spine. If you're looking at this pose as we do it right now, you'll notice that if you grabbed your back knee and just rolled backwards, you'd be in reclined half pigeon, which, by the way, can also look like this. So if you'd prefer to take on one of those two versions, you're like, okay, the block's just not doing it for me today, you're welcome to do so. I love trying poses in different directions. It always is going to teach you something new about the way the pose works. Flex your foot, press out through your heel. Missy, how's that going in your right hip? Ish. It's a little bit lighter than it is, a lighter stretch for me at least, than when I do it in down dog. Okay, good stuff. Nice job. And yeah, you can try the rolled backwards one. So roll onto your spine and let me try it this way. Let's use your towel here and then reach for this foot. Nice job. Yeah, you've got a lot of stretch there. Flex your foot, press out through your heel. Good stuff. On your next breath, let's try the opposite side. So whether you're going to stay seated forwards, try it on your back, whatever looks good. And you guys know you're allowed to try whichever version of the pose looks like it might be interesting for you. And that is all the time throughout every single one of our classes. Now, eventually, it'll be fun. We have a projector in the studio. Nanette and Jessica, this is really for, I don't know, all of us together. The projector sits right up here. It's basically on top of Missy right now, and it shines onto this wall. It's not on this morning because we have to get a way more advanced cooling system. The projector has a huge meltdown when we turn it on in the 90-degree heat right now. But essentially what it will do in the future is allow us in studio to also see Nanette and Jessica in a larger form so that we can learn from their poses as well, just like you can learn from ours. So it works in studio and online for people who are practicing a month from now, a week from now in this video. It works. Look around the room. Look at your other yogis. See the versions of the pose. When one feels better, looks like it would feel better, try that on. Roll the whole way up to a seated position. I tricked you. Roll the whole way back down onto your spine. Let's take waterfall. Blocks underneath of your low back, feet straight up to the ceiling. Now I say waterfall today because I do actually prefer this inversion right here at the back of class. Press your heels straight up to the ceiling. Pull your pinky toes down towards your face. You're looking for flat feet here. That's it. Now in a restorative class, or if you're at home, you can do a version of this pose, which we call feet up the wall, where that you then take like a weighted sandbag, some object that's not too terribly heavy, and sit it right on your heels. There's an absolutely incredible stretch that you can get down the backs of your legs that just feels like really settling here. If you've never tried restorative before and you're like, nope, I'm just here to sweat, I would really advise that you try it at least once in your yogi career. Bend your knees, bring your feet back down to the floor, blocks out from underneath of you. Hug your knees into your chest. We'll take supine twist. Knees to the left, eyes over your right shoulder. That's important. If you notice, this pose, chair twist to the right. Done laying on your mat instead. Now drop your knees to the right, eyes to the left. We do your knees and your eyes, the twists in this specific direction, so that you're actually twisting in the correct direction for your digestive tract. So all that matter that lives in your belly, it's twisted the right direction, so you're moving the matter along your intestines instead of blocking that with the twists. Knees back into center. Shavasana. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. On your inhale, squeeze your fists. On an exhale, let your hands go. Inhale, squeeze your toes. Exhale, let it go. Breathe in, hug your knees to your chest. Exhale, rock to the right side. Forehead on your mat. Rise up into a seated position. Inhale, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll close class today with one final Om. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. It was great to see you all here in the studio. Nanette and Jessica at home, thank you for joining. Bye, Nanette. And then also for everybody who takes this class in the future, it was great to see you too. Thank you all for coming in and for joining in our practice this morning.